Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore the extraordinary life of Marquis de Lafayette, a true hero of liberty and a testament to the power of courage and conviction. Born on September 6, 1757, in Chivignac-Lafayette, a small village in the Auvergne region of south-central France, Marie-Joseph Paul-Yves Roch Gilbert de Motier, Marquis de Lafayette, was destined for greatness. His family, with a long and storied history of military service, had produced several notable figures, including his great-grandfather, Jacques Roch de Motier, who had fought bravely in the War of the Spanish Succession. This legacy of honor and duty would shape Lafayette's early life and inform his future decisions. Lafayette's childhood was marked by tragedy when, at the age of 2, he lost his father, Michel de Motier, a captain in the French army who was killed in action during the 7 Years' War. His mother, Marie de la Rivière, remarried shortly thereafter, but Lafayette's relationship with his stepfather, Pierre de Lafayette, was strained. Despite these challenges, Lafayette's family ensured that he received an excellent education, enrolling him in the prestigious Collège du Plessis in Paris at the age of 11. It was during his time at the Collège du Plessis that Lafayette developed a passion for history and politics, inspired by the ideas of the Enlightenment. He spent countless hours discussing the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity with his fellow students and teachers, laying the foundation for his future commitment to these ideals. The salons of Paris, where intellectuals and philosophers gathered to debate the issues of the day, were a frequent haunt for Lafayette, and it was here that he honed his skills as a thinker and a leader. In 1774, at the age of 17, Lafayette married Adrienne de Noailles, a member of one of France's most aristocratic families. The marriage was a strategic one, securing the Lafayette family's position within French society and providing a significant dowry that would help to support Lafayette's future endeavors. The young couple settled in Paris, where they became fixtures of high society, attending balls, parties, and other social events. As we explore the early life of Marquis de Lafayette, it becomes clear that he was shaped by a complex array of influences. His family's legacy, his education, and his experiences in the salons and society of Paris. The historical context of his early years, marked by the growing unrest in the American colonies and the intellectual ferment of the Enlightenment, also played a significant role in shaping his character and future path. Lafayette's fascination with the American cause was sparked by his interactions with prominent thinkers and military leaders, including the Duc de Broglie and the Count de Rochambeau. He spent hours discussing politics and strategy with these men, who would later play a significant role in his life. The ideas of liberty and democracy, which were taking hold in America, resonated deeply with Lafayette, and he began to see himself as a part of this larger movement. Lafayette's fascination with the American cause had been growing for some time, sparked by his interactions with prominent thinkers and military leaders. In 1777, at the age of 19, he decided to sail to America to join the Continental Army, despite his family's opposition. This bold move was motivated by a desire to prove himself, to fight for the ideals of liberty and democracy that resonated deeply with him, and to make a name for himself in the annals of history. Upon arriving in Philadelphia, Lafayette met with members of the Continental Congress who were impressed by his enthusiasm and military experience. He soon found himself at Valley Forge, where he met George Washington, who would become a mentor and close friend. Washington was struck by Lafayette's bravery, intelligence, and dedication to the American cause, and the two formed a strong bond that would last a lifetime. Lafayette's military career in America was marked by several notable achievements. He played a key role in the Battle of Brandywine, where he was wounded in the leg while helping to defend the Continental Army's position. His bravery and leadership during this battle earned him widespread recognition, and he became known as the hero of the Brandywine. In 1778, Lafayette returned to France for a brief period, where he helped to secure French support for the American cause. He met with King Louis XVI and other high-ranking officials, using his charm and diplomatic skills to persuade them to increase their financial and military aid to the Americans. This trip was a resounding success, and it cemented Lafayette's reputation as a skilled diplomat and strategist. Upon returning to America, Lafayette continued to play a key role in the Continental Army. He led a successful expedition against the British in Virginia, and he helped to coordinate the French and American forces during the siege of Yorktown. The surrender of British General Charles Cornwallis at Yorktown marked a decisive victory for the Americans, and Lafayette's contributions to this campaign were instrumental in securing the outcome. Throughout his time in America, Lafayette maintained a close relationship with George Washington, who came to regard him as a son. The two men shared a deep commitment to the ideals of liberty and democracy, and they worked tirelessly to promote these values both on and off the battlefield. Lafayette's experiences during the American Revolution had a profound impact on his life and worldview, shaping his future actions and decisions in profound ways. His bravery, intelligence, and dedication to the American cause have earned him a lasting place in history, and his legacy continues to inspire people around the world. After the American Revolution, Lafayette returned to France as a hero, hailed for his bravery and diplomatic skills. He was welcomed back by King Louis XVI, who appointed him to the Assembly of Notables, a gathering of prominent French citizens tasked with addressing the country's financial crisis. However, Lafayette's experiences in America had profoundly shaped his views on liberty and democracy, and he soon found himself at odds with the French monarchy. In 1789, the French Revolution erupted, and Lafayette played a key role in the early stages of the uprising. He was appointed commander of the National Guard, a citizen militia tasked with maintaining order in Paris. Lafayette's leadership during this period helped to establish the National Guard as a powerful force in French politics, and he became a champion of the revolution's ideals, including liberty, equality, and fraternity. However, as the revolution became increasingly radicalized, Lafayette found himself at odds with the more extreme elements of the movement. He was a strong advocate for constitutional monarchy and opposed the execution of King Louis XVI, which he saw as a tragic and unnecessary act of violence. In 1792, Lafayette was forced to flee France to avoid arrest and execution by the revolutionary authorities. Lafayette spent several years in exile, during which time he was imprisoned in Austria and Prussia. However, he continued to advocate for the ideals of liberty and democracy, and his reputation as a champion of human rights and freedom only grew. In 1799, Lafayette returned to France, where he was welcomed back by Napoleon Bonaparte, who had risen to power during the Revolution. Although Lafayette was initially supportive of Napoleon's regime, he soon became disillusioned with the emperor's authoritarian tendencies. He refused to support Napoleon's coronation as emperor and instead advocated for a return to constitutional government. This led to a rift between the two men, and Lafayette retired from public life, devoting himself to his family and his estate. Despite his retirement, Lafayette's legacy continued to inspire people around the world. In 1824, he returned to America, where he was greeted as a hero and a symbol of the enduring friendship between France and the United States. During his visit, Lafayette traveled extensively throughout the country, meeting with old friends and allies, including Thomas Jefferson and James Madison. Lafayette's later life was marked by a deep commitment to the ideals of liberty and democracy, which he had championed throughout his career. He remained a vocal advocate for human rights and freedom, and his legacy continues to inspire people around the world. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.